He called it an accident. I called it the moment I stopped loving my husband. The wineglass slipped from my hand, crimson spilling down his father's pale suit. Before I could react, his palm struck my cheek. The room went silent. The only sound was the drip of Merlot on the marble floor. "You stupid maid," he spat, loud enough for every guest to hear. I looked at my husband. I thought I'd see shock or anger at his father. Instead, I saw indifference. "Apologize," he said, voice cold, "or get out." So I got out. I didn't go home that night. I didn't cry. I sat in my car, hands steady, and replayed every moment of our 5-year marriage. The night we met, when he called me the most graceful woman in the room. The promises of partnership. The vows. I'd believed him, believed them. But the truth had been unraveling slowly. His mother's jokes about my background, the way they corrected my manners like I was staff, not family. My husband always smoothed it over, told me I was too sensitive. I wanted to believe him. I needed to. Until that slap, that word, that ultimatum. 2 days later, I went back to the house while they were at work. My key still fit. I moved through the rooms like a shadow, gathering documents, photographing statements, and pulling every account detail I could find. My husband handled their finances. I'd seen him brag about how everything, from the family company to the house deeds, flowed through accounts in his name. But he'd gotten lazy, careless, passwords saved on browsers, contracts left in drawers. I wasn't after money, not yet. I was after control. The first step was settle. I had my name removed from the joint accounts, then flagged unusual activity in their business accounts with the bank. Activity I had created. Purchases that would require explanation, meetings that never happened. Next, I called their biggest supplier, posing as a junior accountant. I hinted there were payment issues. Suppliers hate uncertainty. It's contagious. Orders got delayed. Rumors spread. Then I sold my jewelry, gifts from them, turning sentiment into liquid cash. I needed a war chest. It took a month for the cracks to show. My husband came home one night, jaw tight, tie askew. "The accounts are frozen," he snapped. "Bank error." He said it like a command for me to fix. I smiled. "Maybe you should apologize to them," I said. He didn't catch the reference. I waited until his father's annual shareholders meeting. They were already on edge. Their investors had been getting anonymous tips about mismanagement and personal misconduct. I'd made sure of it. That morning, I delivered my final move. A neatly packaged folder sent to every board member and investor, proof of tax evasion, falsified invoices, offshore accounts, all in my husband's and father-in-law's names. The authorities didn't take long. By evening, their offices were raided, assets frozen, properties under review. When they got home that night, I was there, sitting at the dining table, sipping tea. The same spot I'd been humiliated in months before. My husband's face was pale. His father's suit, this one navy, was wrinkled, his hair disheveled. "What did you do?" my husband asked. I set my cup down. "I got out," I said softly. His father stepped forward. "You little—" I raised my hand. "Careful. You know how messy accidents can be." He froze. I slid an envelope across the table. Inside was a single sheet, divorce papers, signed. "My lawyer will handle the rest," I said. "Oh, and the house? It's in my name now. You signed it over last year for a tax maneuver. I suggest you find somewhere else to stay." They left that night with nothing but what they could carry. I didn't watch them go. I didn't need to. The papers would finish what I started. The press would take care of the rest. People think revenge is about rage, about striking back in the heat of the moment. They're wrong. Revenge is quiet, precise, patient. It's the satisfaction of knowing that when they finally realize what's happening, it's far too late to stop it. And when I think back to that night, the slap, the word, the command to apologize, I realize something. I did apologize, just not the way they expected.